Streaming live across the country, tackling the topics everyone is talking about online. Share, engage, and interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Good morning. Thanks so much for choosing Newsfeed Now. 10:30 is your time, July the 14th. We were just talking off camera a little bit about new mask. We're in a new area, a new time in life where new mask fashion is at the forefront. Hey, got a lot of breaking news, big news to get to here on Newsfeed Now. We start with the first federal execution in nearly 2 decades. That was carried out Tuesday in Terre Haute, Indiana. Daniel Lee was pronounced dead at 8:07 a.m. Central Time. That's actually Eastern Time. Lee was convicted in the murders of an Arkansas family in the 1990s. He had been scheduled to be executed yesterday, but a court order delayed that until early this morning when the Supreme Court ruled 5-4, allowing the execution to move forward. I want to bring in Dana Winklepleck, an anchor in Terre Haute, who was there for this. And Dana, I guess first, let's talk about being in the room where it happened. What was that like this morning?
Well, Aaron, the execution, as you said, was delayed yesterday, supposed to start at 4 o'clock this morning. We were all called back, but then there was another emergency appeal, so it delayed it even further. So we were in that little room, about the size of a large bedroom, for about 4 hours, waiting for the execution to then take place at the federal penitentiary in Terre Haute. The execution finally resumed at about 7:45 Eastern Time this morning. That is when the curtains raised, the blinds, as you will. There's 2 big windows in that room, and we could see Mr. Lee then strapped to the bed, kind of in a cross style with his arms out, and his feet were toward us.
Dana, what were his final words? Did he issue any remorse for the murders in the 90s?
Well, no, he didn't issue any remorse. In fact, he said he didn't do them. So they asked him if he did have any final words, and he literally sat up as far as he could with his shoulders up and his head looking directly at the media. And he said that he had done a lot of bad things in his life, but that he was not a murderer and that he did not kill the Muellers. In fact, his final words were, "You're about to kill an innocent man," or just know you killed an innocent man. So he just said he didn't do it.
Dana, the first federal execution in nearly 20 years, 17 years ago, the last time this has happened. I'm interested, though, in the Supreme Court decision this morning that ruled that these could continue to go on, and how quick that federal penitentiary decided, let's get this back on the books and let's do this. It didn't seem like there was enough time to reschedule. Did you guys feel that? From what I'm hearing, you got a call very early that you had to get back to the prison, so there was really no rescheduling. It was almost like, it's back on, let's get this over with.
Exactly. So yesterday, we had thought that it wasn't going to happen because there had been this stay yesterday morning. But we still went through the motions. We went up there at 2 o'clock like we were supposed to be. We waited until 4 o'clock when the execution was expected to take place. When that didn't happen, we stayed all the way until 9 o'clock. Then the Bureau of Prisons said, go home. We will call or text you if we need you to come back for an execution. So we did that. And about 2 this morning, I received both a call and a text saying the execution is now on for 4 a.m. You need to get back here. And everybody went back. We went through the screening process again because they really highly screen you to make sure that you have no contraband, you have nothing on you that would record the execution. And then we just waited in the execution chamber until, in the witness area, until the execution did take place.
Have you been able to reach out to the family of the victims in this crime? I know some of those live in my home state of Arkansas. They were very upset that that could not go. The feeling was that the coronavirus made it too dangerous to go. Have you been able to reach out to any of the family of the victims of Mr. Lee since his death?
No. So when you're at the prison, we know that there were family members of the victims there, but they keep all of us separate.
Gotcha.
And even when you're in the chamber, everybody's in a different room with windows. So they were able to witness the execution, but we could not see them as the media, and we could have no contact. They were in separate vans. They went through a separate screening process, and so they gave us no names. But also we should note that Mr. Lee also had family members there as well, and again, no interaction. And the families of the victims, they could make a statement if they wanted. They were allowed to speak to the media if they chose, or just have a written statement, and they chose to do neither.
Very quickly, were you tested for COVID before you went in?
Not tested for COVID. They took my temperature and they gave me a mask, and we had to wear them at all time. And the staff there at the prison, they had face masks and regular masks, and they had, gowns on and gloves on. They were taking all precautions.
All right, Dana, thank you so much. Again, the first federal execution in 17 years happening this morning in Terre Haute, Indiana. More developing news this morning. Hundreds of families have been ordered to evacuate in Colorado. The Elephant Butte fire is burning west of Evergreen. That's in Jefferson County. It's about 30 miles from Denver. It's already burned more than 50 acres, created a smoke cloud that can be seen from miles away.
A couple of years ago, there was a fire over there and we had to evacuate. So we sort of been through this. And so we had the checkbooks and the computer and the pictures all ready to go, and the dog. And it only took us 20 minutes to really pack it up and get out.
Emily Allen has been covering this fire. She joins us now live from Colorado. Emily, first off, what is an update this morning?
Well, unfortunately, at this point, there is still 0% containment on this fire. And we're here at one of the roadblocks where you can see those evacuations still underway. In fact, we've been seeing a lot of people come up to this roadblock, try and get through. But unfortunately, at this point, no one has been able to get back into their homes. And over the course of the morning, we've started to feel the wind pick up, which is a really big problem with these fires. It helps the fire spread quickly. But it is going to be cooler today. There's going to be more humidity, which is not something that we get a lot of here in Colorado, and so we're hoping all of that helps with the firefight today.
How many homes, buildings are maybe in the path of this right now that is burning 50 acres here? And is the thought with the weather change, Emily, is there a thought that maybe containment can begin today?
Those are all good questions. So there's about 1,000 people that are within the evacuation zone. So we're talking about several neighborhoods here. And even though we're up in the mountains, this is still a pretty sizable community. We're really not far from Metro Denver. And so there's a lot of people that live up here. In terms of the conditions that we're seeing, that's their goal today, because it's going to be cooler. The humidity is going to be better. They're really, really hoping to hone in on this, get the upper hand, get some sort of containment, because after today, we're going to go back and see higher temperatures, hotter days in the coming days, so they feel like this is their opportunity to get a handle of it.
Emily, do we know how it started?
No, we don't yet. And typically it takes a while to figure that out. Their concentration right now, fighting the fire, and then in the coming days when they're able to get investigators up there, they'll really try and examine exactly how this started. Emily
Allen, live from Evergreen, Colorado. Emily, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We'll continue to monitor that. Again, what's happening there near Denver, about 30 miles from Denver, a 50-acre wildfire still burning at 0% containment. 1,000 people in the evacuation area. The coronavirus, look, it continues to surge in parts of the United States. Now more than 3 million cases and 130,000 deaths. One state who had begun to reopen, just like many, is shutting back down. I'm talking about California. The economy is going dark. Ashley Zavala has the story.
COVID-19 is not going away anytime soon until there is a vaccine and or an effective therapy.
Governor Gavin Newsom announced Monday the entire state must shut down bars along with indoor operations at restaurants, wineries, family entertainment centers, museums, and movie theaters. The governor also said 30 counties on the state's COVID-19 watch list must move further and shut down indoor operations at gyms, houses of worship, non-essential offices, personal care salons, and indoor malls. Those counties representing 80% of California's population. The state's latest orders comes as hospital capacity dwindles in some counties across the state, while the overall positivity rate continues to rise, now at 7.4%. Hospitalizations increased 28% over the last 2 weeks.
The data suggests not everybody's practicing common sense.
All right, let's go live now to Ashley in California. Ashley, obviously not easy decisions when it comes to anybody making this choice on whether to open, close, coronavirus, clean, no virus. It's a difficult decision. Where is California right now? Where do you expect it to go in the next few days, weeks, and months?
I think that this list of counties, the 30 counties mentioned in that story, which really represents about 80% of California's population, I wouldn't be surprised if that continues to expand throughout this state. This week, as mentioned, gyms, houses of worship, those indoor operations, indoor malls, all have to shut down in just 30 counties. But again, I really think that will expand out essentially, in another shutdown scenario here in California for most of the state.
We keep talking about it, and we look at it on social media, it seems like every day, and we're talking about these huge peaks that we're seeing. Florida having gigantic peaks as far as numbers are concerned. But in your story, what I liked that you pointed out was that positivity rates, which I think are very important as we're talking about testing, more testing, no testing, less testing, whatever that testing capacity may be, that is growing in California.
Absolutely. For the majority of this time that we've been on, the shelter in place or the stay-at-home order here in the state since March, California really hovered around 4% and was able to stabilize that. Our government here was applauded by health officials for keeping that number so low for the majority of this time until a few weeks ago when everything started to reopen, and that's when these numbers really started to surge.
How difficult, you're a political reporter there in California, and you're talking about Governor Newsom here. How difficult are these politicians, that decision, how difficult is it for them? Because again, we are talking about the economy. Some say it may never bounce back. Some say we've got to have it open. Others say lives are more important. How difficult of a decision is that for these politicians that you talk to toe that line?
I think it's extremely difficult, and our governor takes a lot of the burden right now because our legislature is also shut down because of the coronavirus. So they don't really have a hand in some of these decisions. But our governor is a businessman. He does own businesses, so he can feel for a lot of these business owners who do have to shut down their wineries, their restaurants, their gyms, their fitness centers. So he understands, but on the other side, Republicans here have taken an advantage of calling out this behavior and just saying that, we really need to be more sympathetic to these business owners who could lose, all of their earnings this year because of this pandemic and because of the decisions of this governor.
All right. Ashley Zavala, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking the time here on Newsfeed Now. Parents, when you lock the doors at night, I don't really want to read this story. I have to be honest with you because I'm the guy that double checks and triple checks my doors. When you lock the doors at night, you don't think that your toddler could get out. One Missouri family is back together after their 2-year-old managed to unlock the front door, leave in the middle of the night. Steve, you know me. My girls mean everything to me. This child walked more than a quarter mile down the street before stopping at a stranger's house at 4 in the morning. Here's Reagan Porter with the full details.
That happy and tearful reunion happened here at the Independence Police Department. The toddler's mom is now thanking those officers and strangers who helped bring her daughter home safe. 2-year-old Elena is back home playing with slime after going on what she thinks was an adventure, but mom doesn't see it the same.
I even asked her, I'm like, what were you doing? She's like, I walked. I'm like, okay, well, you scared me.
Alicia Constant's family woke up Sunday morning and Elena was not in her bed and nowhere to be found. She made it through 2 doors, 2 locks, and a deadbolt, then walked more than a quarter mile down the street before stopping at a stranger's house. This was at 4 a.m.
Apparently she found a house that she liked and she went up to the door and rang the doorbell and waited there until they answered the door.
Those strangers called police and saved this little girl from a tragic scenario. Nate Gerard with Safe Kids KC says there are precautions people should take to avoid these situations. He suggests parents install locks high up on doors and windows and put on doorknob covers that take too much strength for a toddler to turn.
In addition to the locks on windows and doors and doorknobs, we have to be really diligent about what's around the house at night. I think my toddler would find a stool and step up to the doorknob.
Constant's family added those safeguards that same day. They're just thankful Elena knocked on the door she did.
It just reminds you that there are still good people, and that even though this world's kind of crazy and it feels like it's all going downhill, at least there's people that care.
The officers who took care of Elena while waiting for her parents bought with their own money breakfast, coloring books, and a stuffed animal. Constance says police swung by their house last night and dropped off all those toys for Elena to have. Reagan Porter, Fox 4 News.
Reagan, thank you so much. I literally, I promise you guys, I have thought about stuff like this. I have alarms on every single door, so if my door is open for X amount of time, the alarm will go off, and I promise you it will wake up my neighbors. But there's also, for parents of toddlers out there, there's actually these locks that you can put really high up, about 6 or 7 foot up on the door, where kids can't flip it back over. Those are some things to think about, because no one wants what we just saw to happen. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight, Steve. I really don't know. Before we go, a 2-year-old basketball player in China has become an internet sensation. Videos posted by Lee's parents. So the name is Lee. Look at it. Go, go, go. What do we got going here? Oh, is he going to shoot from there? Bucket. Drano. Way downtown bang. I like it. Oh, even off the back of his dad's head. He plays a lot, and he makes them all. That's awesome. Keep shooting, big guy. Keep shooting. That's our show today. Have a great one. See you tomorrow.